Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and trace our portrait. First things first, you have two different Sharpies. You have a thin Sharpie that has the top of the cap looks more like a circle and a circle inside of it. Then you have a thick Sharpie that has a rounded top. So we're not going to use the thick Sharpie first. You can also look at them, but it's easier just to look at the caps. Anyway, we're going to start with the thin Sharpie first. So put the thick Sharpie to the side. With the thin Sharpie, you are going to trace everything. You're not filling anything in, you're tracing right on top. So the first thing I'm going to do is trace my hair. I'm paying attention to where that edge line is and tracing it in. You need to trace the outside of your face. You need to trace your eyes. Here's what I will say about eyelashes. A lot of times you guys like to put lines for your eyelashes, but really just make that part of your eye just a little bit darker like this. Don't put each individual eyelash line in, just kind of leave that section a little bit darker. I'm going to trace this eye as well. Make that section where the eyelashes are just a little bit darker. Not putting in each individual line. You don't want to forget about the crease above your eye. About eyebrows. A lot of times you guys like to outline those as well. I think it's a lot easier to just have your pen move the direction that the hairs are going and just kind of lightly fill those in. So I'm not filling it in, I'm paying attention to the direction that the hair would grow and having my pen move with the direction that the hair is growing. With the nose, you don't want to draw both sides of your nose. You just kind of pick one side and you draw just the light bridge of your nose in. You also want to do the details on your clothing as well. If you ever need to check to see if you missed anything, you can kind of lift the plastic up to kind of check. So I know I still need to do all these dragonflies. So after you have everything done in Sharpie, what you want to do is really check, make sure you have everything the way you want it. And then you're going to move on to your thick Sharpie. There are certain areas that you need to do with thick Sharpie. And I have the list right here. So with the thick Sharpie, you want to do the dark part of your eye. So the inside part is going to be filled in. If you can see the difference between the iris and the pupil, you want to just fill in the pupil, but my eyes are so dark that you can't see the difference, so I'm just filling the whole thing in. The next thing is use the direction of your hair to fill in the dark parts of your hair. You're not filling in the whole thing. You're just looking to see where are the really, really dark parts. Now I need to use the direction of the hair to fill it in. Very similar to the eyebrows. I made sure my marker was moving the direction the hair was growing. So if my hair is growing out this way, my pen needs to move that way. I wouldn't color in this way, even though this is the dark part of the hair. My marker moves with the direction of the hair. So I'm just filling in some of the dark parts, and my marker is moving with the direction that the hair is growing. All right, Now I'm ready to move on. The last thing says outline yourself. I don't mean like every section. I don't mean like your face and everything. Just the very, very outline. Just around this way. You're not going into the face or the clothing or anything like that. You're just doing the big outline. So I'm following around the outside of my person. So once I get here, I'm not going to keep following this hairline in because I just want the outside here. The big outline around it is the only part you're going to do with the thick Sharpie. All right, so now I can go ahead, take my plastic film off. And it's going to be kind of tricky to put your painting in. So I usually push the corner and the inside first and kind of stretch it. Make it so it fits. So now what I'm going to do is I have a blank white sheet of paper and I'm going to put my picture on top, and I am just going to cut both papers at the same time. I'm holding one paper on top of the other, and I'm going to kind of do like a quick outline around myself. And I'm going to take this paper, my picture can come off, and I'm left with my white outline. And what I can do is slide this in here so you can kind of see the lines a little better.